Since it benefits the wise to know all things in advance, of this you must not remain ignorant. A time will come when it will appear that the Egyptians had paid respect to divinity with faithful mind and painstaking reverence to no purpose. All their holy worship will be disappointed and perish without effect, for divinity will return from earth to heaven, and Egypt will be abandoned. The land that was the seat of reverence will be widowed by the powers and left destitute of their presence. When foreigners occupy the land and territory, not only will reverence fall into neglect, but even worse, a prohibition under penalty prescribed by the so-called law will be enacted against reverence, fidelity, and divine worship. Then this most holy land, seat of shrines and temples now, will be filled completely with tombs and corpses. O Egypt, Egypt, of your reverent deeds, only stories will survive, and even they will sound incredible to your children. Only words cut in stone will survive to tell your faithful works. Only the neighboring barbarians will dwell in Egypt, for divinity goes back to heaven, and all the people will die deserted, as Egypt will be widowed and deserted by God and human. I call to you, O most holy river, and I tell your future. A torrent of blood will fill you to the banks, and you will burst over them. Not only will blood pollute your divine waters, it will also make them break out everywhere. And the number of the entombed will be much larger than the living. Whoever survives will be recognized as Egyptian only by his language. In his actions he will seem a foreigner. Asclepius, why do you weep? Egypt herself will be persuaded to deeds much wickeder than this, and she will be steeped in evils far worse. A land once holy, most loving of divinity by reason of her reverence, the only land on earth where the gods settled, she who taught holiness and fidelity will be an example of utter unbelief. In their weariness, the people of that time will find the world nothing to wonder at or to worship. People will find the very existence oppressive and will scorn it. They will not cherish this entire world, a work of God beyond compare, a glorious construction, a bounty composed of images in multiform variety, a mechanism for God's will, ungrudgingly supporting His work, making an unity of everything that can be honored, praised, and finally loved by those who see it, a multiform accumulation taken as a single thing. They will prefer shadows to light, and they will find death more profitable than life. No one will look up to heaven. The reverent will be taught mad, the irreverent wise. The lunatic will be taught brave, and the crooks will pass for decent people. The soul itself and all teachings about the immortal soul as I revealed them to you, will be considered not simply laughable, but even illusory. But believe me, whoever dedicates himself to reverence of mind will find himself facing a capital penalty. They will establish new laws, new justice. Nothing holy, nothing reverent nor worthy of heaven or heavenly beings will be heard of or believed in their minds. How mournful when the gods withdraw from mankind. Only the malevolent angels will remain to mingle with humans, seizing the poorer wretches and driving them to every outrageous crime, war, looting, trickery, and all that is contrary to the nature of souls. Then neither will the earth stand firm, nor the sea will be sailable, stars will not cross heaven, nor will the course of the stars stand firm in heaven. Every divine voice will grow mute in enforced silence. The fruit of the earth will rot, and the very air will droop in gloomy lethargy. Such will be the old age of the world, irreverence, disorder, disregard for everything good. When all this comes to pass, Asclepius, then the Master and Father, the Lord of the primeval fabric of creation, the governor form of the first God, will look on this conduct and these consciously committed crimes, and in an act of will, which is God's benevolence, he will take his stand against the vices and the perversion in everything, righting wrongs, washing away malice in a flood, consuming it in fire, ending it by spreading deadly disease everywhere. And then he will restore the world to its original beauty of old, so that the world itself will again seem deserving of worship and wonder, and with constant benedictions and proclamations of praise, the people of that future time will honor the God who makes and restores worlds. And this will be the rebirth of the planet, a reformation of all good things, and a restitution most holy and most reverent of nature itself, reordered in the course of time.
Deus uma realidade que Ele fará de ti linda. fará de ti linda verdade. Fazer de Deus uma realidade. Fazer de Deus uma realidade. Que Ele fará de ti linda verdade. Que Ele fará de ti linda verdade. Allow God to become a reality. Allow God to become a reality. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. Allow God to become a reality. Allow God to become a reality. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. Allow God to become a reality. Allow God to become a reality. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. Allow God to become a reality. Allow God to become a reality. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. Fazer de Deus uma realidade. Fazer de Deus uma realidade. Que Ele fará de ti linda verdade. Que Ele fará de ti linda verdade. Fazer de Deus uma realidade. Fazer de Deus uma realidade. Que Ele fará de ti linda verdade. Que Ele fará de ti linda verdade. Fazer de Deus uma realidade. Fazer de Deus uma realidade. Que Ele fará de ti linda verdade. Que Ele fará de ti linda verdade. Fazer de Deus uma realidade. Fazer de Deus uma realidade. Que Ele fará de ti linda verdade. Que Ele fará de ti linda verdade. Allow God to become a reality. Allow God to become a reality. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. Allow God to become a reality. Allow God to become a reality. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. Allow God to become a reality. Allow God to become a reality. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. Allow God to become a reality. Allow God to become a reality. And He will make out of you beautiful truth. And He will make out of you beautiful truth.
Gate gate para samgate bodhisoha. Gate gate para samgate bodhisoha. Gate gate para samgate Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisoha 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 Gate Gate